Okay, I'm going to do my best to do this in one take with either no or very little editing. Wish me luck. Here we go. So, this video will be especially relevant to you if you are a creative entrepreneur, a heart centered business person, or a purpose driven creator. What that means is you have a talent, a gift, or a message that you want to share that you know will genuinely help people. And you're just perhaps struggling to get that message out into the world. You've been trying a lot of things. You're all over the map. You've been posting things here and there, but you just seem like you're spinning your wheels. You're not really attracting the audience that you would like to have because you genuinely want to help people. And the more people you can reach, the more you can help them. And so if this describes you, you're not alone. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you the two pillars, two things that if you could dial these things in, your life becomes a whole lot easier and you can make more of a difference and have an impact in people's lives. By the way, I'm Bob Baker. If we haven't met before, oh my gosh, I've been doing a lot of things over the years. I've been active online, communicating with an audience literally since the 90s. I've published like 16 books over the past 30 years that have reached tens of thousands of people, if not more, around the world. I've been on YouTube actually since 2006. Yes. Wow. As I record this, that's 19 years ago. Wow. And my biggest claim to fame, I guess, over the last 8 years is that my channel has reached 415,000 subscribers. I've got like 74 million downloads across the whole channel. And what I published there, at least over the last 8 years or so, or spoken word affirmations and positive self-talk. And so they're basically inspirational spoken word messages that seem to be resonating with a lot of people around the world. I have a related podcast that gets about 50,000 downloads per month, and also, social media following and other places where I'm impacting people. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about when it comes to this topic. So I hope that you'll hear me out here. And so in many of my one-on-one coaching sessions and the workshops that I do on these topics, there's recurring themes that come up. And so I wanted to share two things with you that will make all the difference in your success in these areas of growing an audience and making a difference. Again, there are two words that begin with the letter C. I'll start with the first one. That first one is clarity. That's right, clarity. A lot of times why you and other people struggle, I know I did too, because with a lack of clarity. And so if you don't really have a handle on who you are, how you serve people, you're not sure the ideal person, who is your message meant for, how can you truly help the specific type of person? How can you help them, achieve their dreams and their aspirations and so on? So it's just a lack of clarity. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we don't come out of the womb, I am clarity. It's not like you're missing the clarity gene or anything. We all have to go through this. And it takes actually time and taking consistent action to where you gain this clarity. But once you can focus in on who are you serving? I know we don't like to be pigeonholed. I, like you, have a lot of creative interests, and so I do a lot of things. But when it comes to certain aspects of what I do online, I have sort of a leading identity, a personal brand, if you will. And just knowing what that is, who's the ideal person that I can help? How can I help them? How can I communicate with them that it speaks to their needs, to solving their problems, to helping them reach their goals? And when you can do that, amazing things happen in your life. And like I said, life gets easier and you start connecting with the people that you can truly help. So clarity is number one, clarity in many different aspects there. And so again, if you're feeling confused, a little wishy-washy in certain areas, it's okay. You're right where you need to be, but I'm going to encourage you to gain some of this clarity. So that's the first word. Second word that begins with the letter C is confidence, right? This is not another thing that we're born with. I'm confident, I'm going to put on a Superman cape and be the superhero. So when I'm talking about confidence here, it's not just like, oh, I'm the king of the world. I'm really talking about just confident in your ability to help people. There's many aspects of this actually. So let's just break it down a little bit here. So when you set a big, some might even say bold and bodacious goal of, hey, I have a message, I have a talent here that I want to share and I want to reach a lot of people. That's kind of a bold thing. You're stepping out. You feel a little vulnerable, exposing yourself to so many people, or at least having an aspiration to do that. And when you go to take those first steps toward that goal, boy, a lot of stuff comes up. You know what I'm talking about. It's the inner critic that goes, well, who are you to think you are? Why would they take you seriously? Boy, I faced these in spades over the years. And so it's a natural part of doing something meaningful in the world. Again, don't feel bad about this. But you have things that come up like, well, there are already a bunch of other people doing this thing. Why do they want to listen to me? And so what that causes you to do is you're timid in your approach. You hold back. You're like waiting in the shadows instead of stepping into your brilliance. Now, when I'm talking about confidence like this, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about being arrogant. I'm not talking about putting yourself on a pedestal and looking down on people. No, it's sort of a quiet, calm confidence where you just feel secure. And yeah, I have something that's worth sharing here, and I'm going to get it out there and not worry about you any pushback that you get. The negative comments you're going to encounter, unless you're doing something controversial, most people, you're going to get very few negative comments. All right. Focus on, here's a little tip for you. If you're like concerned, really self-conscious about, oh God, how are people going to perceive me? Here's a little tip for you. What you're doing is you're focusing more on the messenger, which is you, instead of the message, which is really what you want to get out into the world. It's the way that you help people. What's your message? What's your story? What's your gift and your talent? When you focus on that and the benefit that that can be to so many people's lives, then you focusing and worrying about the messenger tends to fade away. Now, it's easier said than done at first. It takes taking action, just getting yourself out there on a regular basis, and that worrisome voice in your head about the messenger will fade and go down. It'll never go away. It'll always be there, but you'll start to gain confidence that, yes, I do have something to say in this world, and I do have a message that's helping people, and I just want to really almost become an evangelist for this gift that you have to share with the world. Again, not in an arrogant way, but in a helpful way. I have something that can genuinely help people. And after a while, confidence and clarity, they start to influence each other. As you gain confidence and you confidently, again, with your own authentic personality, share your message with the world, then you dial in, you get clarity, you get feedback from people. And you're going, oh, this is really resonating with people. I'm going to do more of this and less of the stuff that's not resonating. So you gain clarity and confidence. Clarity helps you build confidence. Confidence helps you get more defined with who you're helping and how you're helping them. So that's my advice with this one. And this, again, is something that comes up with my coaching clients and in the workshops that I do. If you think you would, I told myself I wasn't going to edit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this section. If you think you could benefit from some one-on help from me, I do a limited amount of coaching. There's a link below that you can click to learn more about that and then reach out to me if it speaks to you. Or you can just visit my website at this particular page, bobbakerinspiration.com/coaching. Learn all about it. It's very affordable, and I only like to set up things for a one-time session, not any kind of long-term agreements or contracts. Let's just start with a single session, but it's going to be pretty powerful, and it's going to help you gain confidence and clarity. I also have a workshop called The Impact Formula, 6 Steps to Grow an Audience, Make a Difference, and Leave a Legacy. There should be a link to that in the description. And I'm also thinking about making this a series of videos here on this. This is actually my second YouTube channel if you're watching it on YouTube, but you might be hearing it on my Creative Entrepreneur podcast as well. But I'm thinking of making this a series. And so if that's the case, the next video should pop up here on the screen somewhere. And there should be a playlist dedicated to this message that I'm getting out to creative entrepreneurs heart-centered business people and purpose-driven creators like you. Thanks so much for watching. All right, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. So long for now.